Welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in because today we're diving into a topic that is literally the backbone of modern business growth. Yet, somehow, it's a topic that so many people completely overlook until it's too late. We're going to be talking about Trade and Investment Bangladesh's WordPress website update and maintenance services. So let's jump right in. Because whether you're running a scrappy startup, a scaling SME, or a massive established corporation, understanding the nuts and bolts of keeping your digital presence actually thriving, that's non-negotiable in today's market. I want to kick things off by asking you a really direct question. Honestly, ask yourself, is your website a digital asset or is it a security liability? Because it's so easy, right? It's easy to think that once your website is finally built and launched, the hard work is over. You can just check that box and move on. But we really need to challenge that perception today. A website that's just left sitting there completely ignored doesn't stay an asset for very long. It slowly but surely decays into a massive security risk. Let's look at exactly why that happens.
Section 1. Your digital storefront, the foundation of modern business.
Think about a physical office or a brick-and-mortar retail store for a second. You wouldn't just build the place, unlock the front doors, and then literally never clean the floors, never check the alarm system, or never patch a leak in the roof, right? Well, your website is exactly the same thing. It's your digital storefront, open 24/7. And when it comes to building that storefront, why do so many choose WordPress? Fun fact, WordPress powers over 40% of the entire internet. It's the undisputed king of the web, and for really good reason. It's incredibly cost-effective, it's wildly flexible, and it scales beautifully right alongside your business as you grow. Plus, it's search engine friendly, ready for mobile right out of the box, and has this massive global community of developers behind it. That means you've got thousands upon thousands of design and expansion features right at your fingertips. But here's the dangerous trap we need to talk about, the one we really have to shatter right now. Building your website, that was literally just the starting line. Surviving the actual digital landscape requires serious ongoing maintenance. See, the greatest strength of WordPress, its constant evolution and that massive ecosystem we just talked about, that is actually its biggest vulnerability if you're treating it as a set it and forget it kind of deal. If you aren't actively maintaining it, you aren't just standing still, you are actively falling behind.
Section 2. The high cost of neglect. The ticking time bomb under the hood.
You know, there's this terrifying cascading domino effect that happens entirely behind the scenes when maintenance gets ignored. It always starts innocently enough. You leave just one single piece of software unpatched. Maybe it's a random old plugin or just a simple contact form tool. But out in the wild, that outdated code instantly becomes a known security vulnerability. And hackers, they don't even have to work hard to find it. They use automated bots that just scrub the web day and night, specifically hunting for those exact weaknesses, and they just slip right through that digital backdoor. The end result? It's catastrophic. We're talking complete data loss, website defacement, and the ultimate nightmare, getting blacklisted by search engines like Google. And it all stems from just one ignored update.
The reality is, every single moving part of a WordPress site carries its own specific risk. Take the core version of the software. If you ignore that, you're practically rolling out the red carpet for critical security breaches and cyber attacks. What about your themes? Ignore those, and your site is eventually going to break on mobile devices, or you'll run into massive software incompatibility issues where things just stop loading. And plugins? Neglecting them leads to feature failures, like your checkout cart randomly breaking on Black Friday, and it opens up those backdoor entry points for hackers we were just talking about.
So, what does this technical neglect actually look like in the real world for your business? Well, it looks like stolen customer data and compromised passwords. It looks like malicious hackers defacing your homepage. It means search engine blacklisting, where your business essentially just disappears from Google overnight. At the very least, it creates painfully slow load times, which frustrates visitors into leaving instantly, directly causing a significant drop in your sales. To put that into perspective, recovering from a single cyber attack can easily cost a small business thousands and thousands of dollars, completely wrecking your brand's hard-earned reputation. Oh, and if you haven't been doing backups, you could face the complete loss of all your website data, forever. So yeah, this is definitely not just an IT headache. This is a critical business survival issue.
Section 3. What maintenance actually means, beyond just staying online.
We need to get on the same page about what website maintenance actually is. It is a continuous, proactive process of keeping a digital platform secure, fast, error-free, modern, and highly effective for business. I really want to emphasize those words, continuous and proactive.
It is absolutely not a one-time emergency fix you do when the site goes down. It's like changing the oil in your car. It's a vital, ongoing process that is specifically designed to stop the engine from blowing up in the first place. So, what goes into a real professional maintenance routine? Honestly, it's a ton of heavy lifting behind the scenes. It means running routine, secure data backups so you never lose your history. It means 24/7 security monitoring and relentless malware scanning. It involves deep database cleaning and optimization to keep your site running incredibly fast. It's hunting down and fixing broken links before customers click them. It's rigorously testing contact forms and emails so you never ever miss a new client inquiry. It's constantly testing to ensure your site looks perfect across every single new mobile device and browser update, all while fiercely maintaining your search engine visibility. It's a massive checklist. Now, if you are selling products or services online, you really need to listen up here. E-commerce websites demand a much more rigorous level of maintenance. Why is that? Because you're dealing with live financial transactions, constant inventory changes, and highly sensitive regulated customer data. For an e-commerce platform, a minor glitch that takes you offline for even a few minutes can directly translate into immediate, measurable financial loss. When money is actively changing hands, comprehensive maintenance is completely non-negotiable.
Section 4. The T&IB Advantage, your strategic digital partner. This is where I want to introduce you to Trade and Investment Bangladesh, or TNIB, which was founded by MD Joinal Abdeen, a highly respected business consultant and international trade expert. TNIB basically acts as the ultimate professional shield against all the technical nightmares we've just covered.
It's really interesting when you contrast doing all this yourself versus bringing in the professionals. The DIY approach is a classic trap. It eats up so much of your time. It genuinely requires advanced technical skills, and there's a huge risk that you might accidentally break the site yourself while trying to update something. But the absolute worst part, it completely distracts you from growing your actual business. On the flip side, TNISP professional maintenance is secure, it's highly automated, and it is handled entirely by seasoned technical experts. They guarantee rapid problem resolution. And most importantly, it lets you put 100% of your focus right back where it belongs, on your sales and your growth.
24/7. That is exactly what T&I brings to the table. Total, round-the-clock peace of mind. Because while you're sleeping or while you're stuck in meetings, their team is in the background, continuously monitoring your site's functionality, keeping it secure, and optimizing performance so you don't even have to think about it. Because at the end of the day, TNIB doesn't just keep your website barely breathing and online. They transform it. They turn it into a secure, blazing fast, and highly reliable asset for sustainable global growth. Look, for most small and medium businesses, hiring a full-time in-house IT team is unbelievably expensive and just totally unrealistic. Outsourcing this heavy lifting to TNIB is simply far more cost-effective. You get top-tier expert care without taking on any of those massive overhead costs. It's just a remarkably smart, strategic move.
But hey, don't just take it from me. Listen to what Mostafizur Rahman, the founder and CEO of CanBiz Inc. over in Canada, had to say. He noted, working with Trade and Investment Bangladesh has been a highly professional and value-driven experience. TNIB's commitment to quality execution and ethical practice makes them a reliable partner for organizations seeking sustainable growth. That is some serious social proof right there, clearly showcasing TNIB's proven global reliability and expertise.
And that really speaks to who they are. TNIB is a business consultant by strategy, a consultant by commitment, and ultimately a long-term partner in sustainable growth. They aren't just some random IT vendor fixing bugs in the background. They are a deeply dedicated partner that is heavily invested in the long-term structural success of your business. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought, and it's a bit of a provocative question. I want you to think about it honestly, right now. When was the absolute last time you updated your website's core software? If you don't know the answer off the top of your head, or if the answer is, maybe a few months ago, then I'm telling you, your digital storefront is actively at risk. Your website should be your greatest sales asset, not a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. Please don't wait for a crisis to force your hand. Reach out to Trade and Investment Bangladesh today, secure your digital future, and get back to doing what you do best, running and growing your business. Thanks so much for joining me today.